Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to sit down and talk about some new drugstore makeup that is blowing me away. So I've been trying a bunch of new products. This is the time of year when the affordable beauty brands just really launch a ton of new products. I also want to say thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video. Walmart is basically the go-to place for affordable beauty. They have so many different brands, so definitely check them out. I will link the beauty section down below at Walmart, and then you can also check out each individual link of everything that I share today. I also did embrace the new dollhouse glam look that has been going around. So this started on the runway, but it is flush cheeks, really highlighted glowy skin, but perfected skin. And that's kind of the vibe I was going for today. So I'm excited to share with you the products that are really standing out to me. I don't have a lot of them, but the ones that I'm gonna mention, I really believe are rivaling high-end products. So if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. If you like this video and you want more drugstore content, give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into the drugstore products that are really wowing me lately. So I want to go ahead and start off with brows. I feel like the drugstore really does excel with brow products. I have a lot of favorites, but this is a new product to me. It actually is really unique too because it is so lightweight. So this is the new L'Oreal Brow Lamination, and this is in the clear. Now I'm not sure if they have tinted or if they're going to be coming out with a tinted version, but this is truly a game changer. I love that this is such a lightweight gel. It has a really small slanted spoolie, and I just brush this through my brows. There is no white flakes, no crunchiness. When I touch my brows, they just feel like softly set into place, but I'm telling you, my brows do not move all day. I love this. I find that it plays better with other brow products as well because it doesn't have that like really dry, crunchy dry down. I can use my brow pencils over top of it, and I don't have that like skipping or, you know, when they don't kind of adhere. I also find that I don't have to really press it against my skin like a lot of other brow gels. It doesn't droop. I just kind of push them in place and the hair stay there all day. So this is really a phenomenal product, especially if you feel like a lot of the brow gels are just too crunchy or you get that like flaking. Definitely check this one out. Next, I have to talk about an e.l.f. product that is really high quality. I think it definitely rivals higher end products. So this is the new e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. It's supposed to be a dewy and brightening. It says it has 5% niacinamide. I have to say the packaging as well like feels really nice and luxe and heavy. And this is just such a lightweight but hydrating gel moisturizer. So this is perfect for under makeup. I find that I like to add this on top of just my regular moisturizer to give me even more of a boost of hydration. But what I like about it is it has that hydration, but it's very thin. So it doesn't have that like heavy layer that I feel like can gunk up your makeup. It just feels nice and soft, and it kind of just gives you this veil of a blurred sort of hydrated base. I think this is incredible. I know that the e.l.f. Holy Hydration line has some really good like hidden gems, but I just love how this isn't chock full of fragrance. It just gives me this nice glowy base without adding any glitter if you don't want that or any illuminating properties, and it lays beautifully under makeup. So I highly recommend this one. Now, if you're a fan of having a glow under your foundation, or if you like bronzing drops, definitely check out this brand. This is Pretty Smart, and this is the Tipsy Owl Bronze Drops. So they have a few colors. I actually like the bronze. I just like to have a little bit of a bronze glow under my foundation, but I don't want something too much, and I don't want something too sticky or heavy. So I like something that kind of sets down, but not to like a harsh, dry set down. It definitely has that glow. I like to sometimes mix this with a moisturizer, sometimes when I don't want such intense glow, but I love that this actually has that like bronzy color to it. So I find that it kind of gives me some color to my face because I am naturally very fair. I have really light eyes and light hair. I like to have a little bit of color to my face. I kind of think of it as like underpainting, but with a glowy primer. I feel like it just kind of warms up my foundation foundation, and it gives me that glow, but I can still wear like long wear foundation, so I can kind of mix two worlds. I like that this sits down too. It has like a soft matte feel to it, so it's not slipping and sliding. It's not overly emollient. So if you have like a combo oily skin type, I think you would really, really like this. It just layers beautifully. I find it really easy to use, and I think it's a good option if you do have more of an oily skin type. Speaking of an oily skin type, I really thought these two products were going to be gimmicky, but I have to say that these are so nice for kind of setting your powders in, making your skin look a little bit more lived in, like your oils are coming through without becoming oily. They really do help keep your makeup on, but it just makes your skin look a little bit more natural. So I have been loving the NYX Face Glue Setting Spray and the Face Glue Primer. So let's start off with the primer. The primer I thought was gonna be very, very, very tacky, and I don't find that. I feel like it is kind of a nice medium, which I like. And because it's not overly tacky, I like that my products adhere to it without kind of getting patchy. Sometimes when these primers are so tacky, I feel like they can really kind of grab products and lift in other areas. This one does sort of have a texture similar to that e.l.f. Holy Hydration, but it just has this like soft dry down where there's a little bit of tack, so just enough to really like grab your products on, but it's not over the top, and I find it plays well with other products, and it just extends your makeup wear. So it really keeps your makeup on, which is the whole point for me with a gripping primer. It's just a little bit more user-friendly, and I don't find it to be drying either. So it controls the oil breakthrough that I have, but it's not dry. I don't have any dry patches or any just flaking that I notice with some products that are a little bit too matte. And you can see here, it is set down, and yeah, there is a little bit of a tack, but I just find the texture to be more like thick and hydrating overall, and it just kind of has a nice glide to it. So I really have been loving that, and I have been loving the Face Glue Setting Spray. So this you want to shake because it does have sort of like this white milky part on the bottom. The one thing I will say about this is it doesn't have the most soft mist, but I find that it just blends in beautifully. So it comes out a little bit intense and you're gonna be like, whoa, but there's no scent, which I love. And it just coats the face and somehow makes your makeup look like a little bit settled, from let's say a matte finish to like a natural finish, but I don't have any tackiness on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, and it doesn't leave these marks or droplets. It just melts everything into the skin, but also locks it in. So I find that it's a really good option if I want my makeup to really lock in, but I don't want to use a matte setting spray. It's kind of like a little bit more of a lived in, long wearing setting spray. And I do notice that when I wear both of these together, it is beautiful. Like my makeup just stays on all day, but it doesn't look dry. And as I get older, my skin is changing and I just cannot do all the matte stuff that I always did. So this has been really, really impressing me. I think the packaging obviously is really eye-catching and cute, but the products actually do perform. And while we're on the topic of getting older, everything is changing. I feel like everything is just more dry. I'm having just wrinkles and crepiness and things that I never really noticed before. So I've really been loving this, especially for every day. This is the Revlon Glimmer Correcting Concealer. So I have the shade 3, which is supposed to be a neutralizer. It says 105 neutralizer, so maybe the shade wasn't 3. But this is so nice and hydrating. It's definitely a pinky kind of salmon tone. Now I haven't tried another shade. I do need to pick up another one because I technically could use this like just as a corrector. I use this as concealer. I have it on today. This is a nice, lightweight, but hydrating formula. It has this really nice glow to it, and hopefully you can see in the try on clips as well. It just brightens, but gives you that like hydrated look, really like a fresh, awake look. So perfect for every day. This is definitely a kind of like low medium, maybe buildable to medium coverage. So if you do have like darkness and you really really want to cover that up. You could go in with this as a corrector and then use another concealer, or you could use a corrector before and then use this as your concealer. But it just has such a nice, like lightweight but glowy finish. I just feel like it's really beautiful on the under eye, especially if you have dryness. And for every day, I just want something to kind of brighten the under eye. I'm not looking for full coverage, and it has really been perfect for me. This next product, I am late to the game, so I apologize, but wow, these are so beautiful. These are the NYX Butter Melt Blushes. And I know you're probably saying, girl, these are not new. And they're not, but they're newer to me. I feel like I tried one of these a while ago, and I don't know if I just got the wrong shade, but I just sort of wrote it off, and wow, I totally messed up. So these are the two shades that I've been loving. So the first one is called Vivid Orange. Is it called? No, it's called Had Butter, sorry. So this is described as a vivid orange. These have a shimmer to them, but they are so beautiful, and they have that sort of shimmer that doesn't enhance your texture. So I'm wearing this shade today. It is so beautiful on the skin, and it is so pigmented, but it blends perfectly. So I would use a fluffier brush with this because they can get intense, but I also love that they're not really powdery. So when you're using them, they're not super messy. You don't have to dust powder all over, and you can see like the sheen that comes through on these. It's just enough so it doesn't make you look like your pores are pronounced, which that's something that I struggle with. And I've also been loving the shade My Butter Half. This is a cool pink, and this one is just that like baby doll lilac-y pink. It kind of has a bluish kind of glow to it. So I would say more of like an iridescence. So this one, a lot of the times I will use kind of like as a finishing step. So I will just dust a tiny bit on the tops of my cheekbones just to give me that really pretty like baby doll flush. But I absolutely love these. I do think that some of them have more of a shimmer finish and some have more of like a satin or even matte maybe. Both of these that I have are definitely glowy, but I would say that the Vivid Orange one is not quite as glowy as the pink one. So you definitely have different options there. And I would say that the Vivid Orange one is probably just more universally flattering. I think the cool pink one, you definitely have to really want that glowy pink baby doll look, but absolutely stunning. I don't know why I slept on these for so long, but I was missing out because these are one of my favorite formulas from the drugstore for powder blushes. This last product really shocked me because I didn't really love the original formula of these, but this lip oil from e.l.f. in the Glimmer version is so stunning. I love these so much. I think the originals just didn't wow me because I really do prefer something that shows up. I don't like something super sheer, and the fact that these have this gorgeous shine, I've absolutely been loving these. So the one I'm wearing right now is called Crystal Baller. These actually have some punch to them, and they have this sort of like gel texture. So I wouldn't say that they feel like a standard lip oil. They're not sliding all over. So I like to use these like right in the center just to give me a little bit of that like glowy, ethereal look. I just thought I would apply more because it's so pretty. And then this one is absolutely stunning. This is called Candy Coated. This one has like a pinky kind of iridescence to it, similar to that NYX blush in the sense that the iridescence has that like kind of purpley, maybe even blue sparkle. I just like that these are comfortable. They're not sticky at all. They almost feel like a gel balm hybrid, but I love the sparkle. And then this one, I don't know, this one might be a favorite of mine. This one is called Princess Cut. So this one actually has a little bit more of a tint to it. It has like that rosy, really glittery vibe. And these are just so comfortable on the lips. I love the applicator just because it's really soft and plush. And they have kind of like a light minty scent, but no plumping, no burning, nothing like that. And they just really give your lips that high shine. I love it. I don't feel any of the glitter either, and that's something that sometimes happens. You can feel like glitter chunks, and I don't get that with these, and the price seriously cannot be beat. So if you really love like a glittery lip, I think you would absolutely love these. I think I'm a little bit late on this as well, but honestly, these are stunning. It's hard to choose shades because I feel like they have like maybe 8, maybe more shades. And every time I pick another one up, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know which way to go because honestly, they just all look really beautiful. All right, guys, so those are the drugstore products that I wanted to share with you today that have really just been standing out to me, products that I keep reaching for, and I really believe are just as good, if not better, than high-end beauty products. So I highly recommend all of these. I've been testing some more, but I don't have my thoughts yet. So if you want to see more drugstore content, like maybe a trying new makeup with drugstore products, let me know because I've been purchasing a ton and testing them behind the scenes. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up just to let me know that you want more drugstore content on my channel. And of course, I will link everything that I shared down below in my description box. Everything can be picked up at Walmart and everything is affordable. So highly recommend these. Let me know if you've tried any of them and if you love them and what products you're loving right now from the drugstore. I always love getting your guys' feedback. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. As always, thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.